Welcome to the festival. Welcome to the Festival
of Storytellers.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be on right now. It's been a couple of weeks of excitement, getting prepared, and I've done a lot of things in my life, but this has got to be close to the top.
Thank you, Reader's Magnet, and thank you, John, for putting this forth and taking the chance on us authors in presenting this out to the world.
I've enjoyed this immensely, Joanne.
Ellie, so have I. Thank you for who you are, and thank you, Reader's Magnet. You all are beautiful, and you've worked so very hard, and we are blessed.
We are.
I thank everybody that's involved with this process, because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers. We thank Reader's Magnet and everybody that's involved. I love Reader's Magnet. They say, we share your stories with the world.
Hello, everybody. This is David Dockter. I am the author of the book Black Rock Redemption. Some of you may have read it, but I am here to thank Reader's Magnet and to tell the story of my new book. My new book is called Wagon Train Orphan. It is a story of a boy that is left as an orphan in the 1850s due to a Indian massacre on a wagon train. Growing up in the West as an orphan is hard, but Mike Fagan has to do it. His father is killed in the Indian massacre, and he and his dog, Wolf, are the only survivors. With the help of God and friends he meets along the way, Mike fulfills his father's dream. Now, this book tells about the adventures he has growing up, as when he becomes an orphan, he is only 8 years old. But he meets a lot of people, different people, respected people of several different races and cultures, and all of them, and most of them find in most of them, he finds something good. He is a God-fearing child. His father, one of the things his father taught him was to read and read the Bible. And the other thing his father taught him was how to shoot. And he knows how to do both. Most spiritual type books don't go into the details of I guess the violence and stuff that happens along the way. But this is a typical Western, and it has a lot of bang bang shoot 'em up. It's got all defense, and like I says, it has the story of how Mike trusts in God in every aspect of his life growing up. I just got a question from Josh Felton, and he asked if it was always going to be about cowboys and such, or did you have another idea in mind? This particular story was always going to be about cowboys. Now, my other book, Black Rock Redemption, is set more in modern times, probably about, and that one's set about in the year 2015. So there's both, but this one was always going to be about cowboys. Cowboys and Indians. Thanks, Joshua. Some background on me, okay? I grew up in Colorado, in Pueblo, Colorado, as a matter of fact, in the 1960s. When I was in high school, my favorite things were hunting and fishing and rodeoing. Not necessarily school, but those were my favorite things. And to support them, I had to hold several jobs growing up in high school. I worked as a janitor at Dunkin' Donuts. I worked as a laborer for a pool construction company. I worked as a hay hand, I guess you would call it. I bucked hay for all summer long for 6 different dairies in Pueblo. And we loaded and hauled hay. And if you want to work out, that's a job for you. So I kind of had the Western background, and like I said, rodeoing was my favorite hobby in high school. Not saying I was good at it, mind you, but I did like to ride the rough stock. Upon graduation, I joined the Navy. I spent 4 years active and 12 years as a reservist until I had to involuntarily get out because of physical problems. And I've got another question. It asks, how much research did you do to get the feel of the atmosphere of the Wild West? I've did extensive research on different Indian tribes, different trails. The incidents in the book are all fiction, but there are some characters that are historical. And all the interaction with them is fictional, but it's kind of leaves the background of where they were and what they were doing. Like I said, I grew up in Colorado and rodeo and stuff, so I had some sense of the Wild West from the time I was way little, and I have always liked westerns. I suppose when I was in school and stuff, I had a collection of different Western authors and books and stuff that ran to about 150 books, and I had read them all. And some of them some of the authors that I read, they were very accurate in the way they portrayed things and where they portrayed them. And others, well, they have just say they have wild imaginations, and what they wrote just wasn't quite right. And I kind of figured that out as I went along. To continue more about myself, I got married in 72 almost right out of high school, and was married for 28 years to my high school sweetheart. We had 4 kids, raised 4 beautiful kids, and I lost her after 28 years. I now live in Ordway, Colorado, and I'm active within the community, and I'm active within my church, as I have served as an elder for the past 12 years. I do love God. I do love the West. I do love the mountains. My favorite hobbies are still camping and fishing. I can't get out and hunt too much anymore because of my health, but I do like, when I go to the mountains, I like to go where God's beauty and majesty can be enjoyed by everybody. Bob Montgomery asks, are you going to write any more books? I'm in the process of working on research for a book about the Irish indentured servants that come to this country in the 1600s. I have just kind of started that idea, and I haven't got very far on it yet. I'm kind of slow when I get to writing. This book took me almost 4 years from the time I started it till the time I finished it. My first book now, it took me about 6 months. For any of you out there that do like to write and think you would like to write a book, I started probably 100 different stories throughout my life, and I never finished one. Black Rock, when I started writing Black Rock Redemption, I felt guided by the Lord to write it, and it just kind of seemed to flow, and I got it finished and published. And then I started on Wagon Train Orphan, and again, I felt like I was guided the whole time I was writing it. It took me a little longer. There was some more extra research I had to do on people and places. But if you have a story, don't be afraid to put it out. People need to know these. That's what we need, readers. We need people to know the history and even if it's a fiction book like mine are, they can take you away from the mundane and everyday and help you to relax and enjoy and have an adventure and go anywhere in the world that you would like to go. And yes, I'm going to try to write more books. The indentured servant one is one idea I'm working on, and another one that I'm working on is about Vietnam vet that is suffering, or either Vietnam or Iraqi vet, I haven't decided yet, that is suffering from PTSD and how he handles it and how he comes back and is able to cope with the problems that is caused by the war. Paul, asked, where can we find fulfillment? And do you think this is in this modern world so unlike the world of Wagon Train Orphan? In some respects, Paul, the modern world is different from the world of Wagon Train Orphan. It seems like there's more selfishness going on, but we can find true fulfillment through our relationship with Jesus Christ. As far as I'm concerned, that is the only true fulfillment that mankind has and can get. Yes, the people today, there are still kind people out there. There are evil people out there. And it's hot, and it's not going to be easy for anybody to work their way through life. But with the help of Jesus Christ, we all can do it. There are some really funny things that happen along the way, but in the book to Mike is some of these things are really super funny, and they will get you to thinking. Now, Wolf is Mike's dog, and he gets him as a puppy before him and his father leave St. Louis. And Wolf is actually part Indian dog and part wolf, and that's why I named him Wolf. But Wolf is Mike's protector, his friend and companion, and he has a big part in the survival of Mike. Another one that has a big part in Mike's life as he's growing up is he comes across a wild black Mustang stallion, and he names it Black. And this horse also has a big part in Mike's survival. And Mike is the only one that has ever been able to ride this horse, though there are several people that have tried. You know, I am privileged to be able to be on here. But, okay. I've just got a question from Natasha Fillmore. Was there any real life experiences that bled into the writing of Wagon Train Orphan? Not my real life experiences, but there was people experiences from Fort Defense in Arizona, the first fort that the U.S. built there. There was people that from Pagosa Springs. There was Indians that were real life. One was a chief of the Modoc, and he was called Captain Jack after he became chief, but he was called something else before that. And they were real life. These are real life experiences and real life things that happened, but they didn't really fall into exact things. They were just, like I said, all things are fictional, as I put it in the book. While some people and places in this story are real, all the events depicted are completely fictional. Some of the places and stuff that are mentioned are places that I have been, and that is kind of bleeds in, so that helps me to place people there. Like I said, I am extremely blessed to be on this Storytellers, and I hope and pray that you will get a hold of Wagon Train Orphan, and I hope you enjoy it. My saying for this is all things are possible through God. Nothing's done through me. It's done through God. And that works for everybody. Margaret, the Wild asks, what about the Wild West inspired me to set it, the novel in it? Margaret, there was no time in this country, or as far as I know, in this world, where things were so open and for exploration and for people, for freedom, for liberty, for religion. Everybody during this time was an individual. The movement west was not taken part by somebody telling everybody you have to move west, or we're going to move west because I'm the chief and I say so, or I'm the king. No, this was everybody following for freedom. I mean, I would love to have a bit of that time back again. I mean, there was migrations throughout the world that took over the different countries, the different people and stuff from the Romans and the Greeks and the Phoenicians and the Philistines, but all of them were sponsored by governments or companies. The movement west in the United States was not sponsored that way. It was individual, freedom-seeking people to make a life the way they seen fit and live and follow their religion and worship God as they seen fit. Rebecca, I might do a sequel, but like I said, I've got others I'm working on, and it may take a while for the sequel to come out. But I'm thinking about it. I don't know exactly what I will do with it, because Wagon Train Orphan runs probably into the early 1860s. So there's still a lot more Mike Fagan that can be and his journey that can, and his life that can be figured out and told about. It may just take a while for me to figure it out. And if God leads me there, I will definitely try to do a sequel. I am looking at the clock here, and my time has just about run out. I am thankful to Reader's Magnet for this opportunity. Thankful for them for publishing my book. And I just got another comment. Sean Anderson, looking forward for movie adaptation. Sean, I would love that. Oh, but that again, that is up to God. If somebody in Hollywood or wherever, PureFlix, whatever, decide that it would make a good movie, I'm sure I will hear from them. And man, that for me, that would put me over the moon, I guarantee you. I'm getting ready to sign off. I thank everybody for joining in with me today, and I wish you all to be blessed today and every day. And we will see you again tomorrow on the same form. Thank you.